What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis once again answering the questions that you ask me. If you want a consultation or a quick question, go to the ChazEllisProject.com. Also, you can get access to the old live streams that I've done in the archive section. And make sure you check out the new live stream that's coming out this Sunday, August 9th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be called Seven Sins Against Success. I'm going to be talking about some of the things that we do to get in our own way. Also, check me out on Ask Chaz Ellis on Facebook, where I post quotes and all kinds of things. Anyway, I got a question from a guy who basically was telling me that he's been with this girl for about 6 years now, and they have she has a daughter that's now 7 years old. So he's been there since the girl was like one. And he said, we're married now, and basically what I was thinking about doing was adopting her daughter because she's been telling me, the woman that he's with, the woman he's married to, she's been telling him that, maybe it'd be a good idea for him to adopt a daughter so she can have his last name and all that kind of stuff. And he said, something I might want to do. He was asking me, do I think it's a good idea? Well, anytime you want to adopt somebody's kid, a lot of people say never do it. A lot of people say never do it. Some people say, hey, step up, be a real man and adopt a kid. For me, I look at it as based on what you want to do and what you think is best for yourself and your situation. Because basically, if you want to take care of the child, then you can. So it's not really about necessarily what's best for the kid in that situation, because this is kind of a legal maneuver. It doesn't control what the person thinks of you. If the child doesn't think if the child doesn't think of you as their father, then you adopting them isn't going to change that. If the mother doesn't see you as their father, then you adopting them, that's a legal maneuver. That's not going to make it to where that kid belongs to you or something like that. It's all about that's about the heart, the spirit, the soul, things like that. You're not going to be able to create that in a court of law. So basically, it's just saying what do you think is best for you and what you're trying to accomplish with your family. Also, the biggest thing about it is in the case of a divorce, what are you trying to accomplish? Are you willing to pay child support for this child and care for this child? If you're not, don't adopt them. Because I've seen a couple people who adopted kids and then got pissed off because they got divorced and they had to pay child support. Well, that's what the father would have had to do. You decide to be the kid's father, bruh. I can't feel no sympathy for you when you decide to be the kid's father and now you had to pay some sort of consequence of your decisions because things didn't work out. Duh, that's what you signed up for. Also, you can't just assume that because you adopt a child that you're going to get visitation and all that kind of stuff if you were to break up. Just because you get a divorce, every dad doesn't get visitation. People who are the kid's real father don't always get visitation, or don't always get put in a situation where they have good visitation. You may not get joint custody. You probably won't, as a matter of fact. So just because you adopt a child doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get all of the benefits that you think may come along with being a father. Because there's actual, biological fathers that don't get those benefits. So, when you make this decision, you have to think about things like that so you don't become disappointed. If you're dealing with a woman who you think, if there's like a protection from a divorce or something like that, and you're saying, okay, well, I want to still have access to this child. If you're dealing with a woman who wouldn't let you have access to the child, knowing full well that you've been with this child for 6 years, and this is the person that you're pretty much the only dad that this little girl knows. If you're with a woman who wouldn't let you have access to that child, whether you adopted the child or not, that's a woman who cares more about being pissed off at you than she does about her kid. So even if you did adopt a child, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's going to act in the best interest of her child and allow you to see them, even if the court was to tell her to. She might try to move somewhere. She might try to do anything. So these are legal maneuvers, and legal maneuvers don't always work. So I would just say, if you're going to adopt a child, if you're going to do that, just understand that this is a move that you want to do while you are as connected as a unit. This doesn't guarantee you anything, doesn't promise you anything. This is a gesture that you're doing because you think it's the right thing to do for you. and you think it's what you're trying to build with your family. Don't think that this is going to entitle you to anything. Don't think this is going to put you in any better situation. Yes, technically, legally, it might, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's how it's going to work in practice. And there's a lot of people that can tell you about how things really work in practice, and as opposed to the theory. So I wouldn't tell you not to do it, but I say really think long and hard before you do it. Think of the responsibility that you're taking on, and just think of what you may or may not get from it. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Some people who've adopted somebody's child or something like that, put something about that in the comment box below. Kind of give him some direction. Tell me how it turned out for you, if it was a good idea, if it was a bad idea. Also, make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with somebody else. Oh yeah, and check out that live stream that's going to be going on Sunday, August 9th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7 Sins Against Success. Peace.